2023-2024 appears to be the LA Clippers' best NBA season to date. For this season, almost all analysts have come around to believing in the club again, and they have very high expectations. However, in addition to a few other problems, the club is hindered by numerous player ailments. Based on their play, why are the Los Angeles Clippers among the best teams in the NBA this year? Although the Clippers started to the James Harden era couldn't have been worse, they currently own the best record in the NBA since mid-November. James Harden dribbled a rainbow-esque ball just inside the perimeter to Kawhi Leonard with little over a minute left in the Los Angeles Clippers' close victory over the Toronto Raptors. Leonard was immediately blasted by Scottie Barnes but showed no signs of weakness. This season, Leonard has worked hard to attack the rim fast in order to avoid the inevitable double team, which has contributed to his career-high 82% shooting percentage from the field. However, in this instance, he decelerated and dribbled in midair, edging away from Barnes and Dennis Schroeder's double before suddenly blasting past, his stoic demeanor turning into a frown as he blasted a massive dunk through the hoop. The Clippers are 21-6, the best record in the NBA during that stretch, with the second highest net rating in the NBA during crucial moments after Terrence Mann took Russell Westbrook's spot in the starting lineup on November 17. Before the game, Leonard committed to a $153 million contract extension that will keep him with the Clippers throughout the 26-27 campaign. He is refusing to consider the team's recent success or his legacy within the organization. After defeating the Raptors, he declared, "I'm in the moment this season and I'm trying to get us to a place where we haven't been before." Paul George, Harden, Leonard, and Westbrook have 27 All-NBA nominations between the four of them. However, as their 0-5 star under Harden has shown, Ross Gill is nothing without offensive execution, effort, sacrifice, and cohesiveness within the rotation. The LA Clippers coach Lue expressed such an idea. "I believe that half of it is execution and the other half is great talent," he stated. "With our talent, we have to execute at a 100% level. Such a squad is risky. It can be too simple when you have excellent players who can score on anyone. I could easily catch and shoot it, so why would I run and cut over there? We need to start forming those habits because the playoffs are a completely different animal." It will mark a respectable, uneventful conclusion to yet another Clippers period in which, in spite of the team's growing skill and lofty goals, it was unable to overcome its troubled history and win its first championship. Lue famously orchestrated the Cleveland Cavaliers' 3-1 comeback against the 73rd win Warriors. He also guided the Clippers back from multiple 0-2 deficits in the postseason. He was calm in the face of yet another setback. Actually, he was inspired, especially by the performances of the team's highly anticipated newcomer, who had scored more than 20 points for the first time while wearing a Clippers uniform. With Harden's arrival, the public had expected an egoistical, drama-filled implosion, but the Clippers were experiencing the opposite problem. The players were showing too much respect for one another. How important is Kawhi Leonard to the Los Angeles Clippers? The LA Clippers have been on a tear, winning 8 straight games. Over the past few weeks, they have conquered their demons and re-entered the competition. They have silenced the most skeptics who questioned James Harden's fit with the team by destroying defenses, amassing a 126.6 offensive rating during the run. Take a look at Kawhi Leonard's surgical play to see the main reason Los Angeles is winning this season. He didn't have much lift or explosion throughout the season's first half, but now he's back to being the menacing Terminator who is revered as one of the greatest players on earth. After undergoing a knee surgery 6 months ago due to a meniscus tear sustained during the 2023 playoffs, Leonard is reassuring everyone of his potential influence. Though it's difficult to forget how thoroughly he intimidated the Phoenix Suns in the opening 2 games of the previous season, he's now providing a far larger sample size in case folks weren't pleased. And the fact that he's out there without any injuries is really where it all starts. Everything with Kawhi begins with availability, and all of the load management comments have unfairly been directed at him since he joined the Clippers. He rarely, if ever, made the choice to relax on consecutive days. He made it clear before training camp that he never voluntarily missed a game. Since the late San Antonio days, his health and durability have fluctuated, with his ACL tear in June 2021 being the most serious ailment. That's why fans, and in some cases, the team itself, found last season, his first full year following significant surgery, to be so aggravating. People mistakenly believe Leonard didn't want to suit up when the medical professionals decided it was time for him to scale back and take a few days off. However, in the end, the team in professional sports must save its players from themselves. Leonard is looking sharp right now, having had a complete summer to recuperate and work out on the court. In actuality, this is his fastest and most athletic appearance in the past 2 years. Leonard has participated in every one of Clippers' first 26 games of the season, including 4 back-to-backs with an average of 34.3 minutes per contest. Of course, you have to cross your fingers, but at last his health allows the squad to feel comfortable taking on this kind of a job. His availability has made the lineup more stable and cohesive, 2 things the Clippers desperately needed and severely lacked in what turned out to be a terrible regular season for all parties. Considering the individual results thus far, the majority of his opponents in the Western Conference ought to be terrified. Kawhi, who is 32 years old, is playing his most productive season in his 12-year career. With a scorching 44% from outside the arc, 87.2% from the foul line, and 55.7% from beyond the arc, he is up to 24.3 points. Leonard's paint scoring seems guaranteed every season. There is just no stopping his shot once he bulldozes his way inside 15 feet because of his size, seasoned patience, and death hold on the ball with his enormous mitts. He's making about 80% of his rims look and 56% of his floater range attempts this season, more than 25% of the way through. Because it can be difficult to determine the required power in the in-between area, it can be one of the trickiest shots for a player. However, Leonard has essentially perfected life in the floater range. He has the 5th highest conversion rate among the 103 players who have attempted at least 75 shots inside the restricted area. In addition, Leonard is now ranked 10th in dunks and threes EPM, a catch-all number that aims to gauge two-way impact on a per-possession basis. Advanced analytics may be mocked by some, especially in MVP discussions, but EPM has generally offered a trustworthy overview of the most significant offense and defense game changers. He has gradually moved closer to being considered for the MVP ballot since the end of November as the Clippers battle their way into the conference's top 6. In terms of efficiency, Leonard's current run of at least 29 points per game over 10 straight regular season games ranks 6th among all players. How has the LA Clippers offense evolved under James Harden? The LA Clippers currently boast one of the best offensive units in the NBA. They are averaging 120.8 points per 100 possessions more than halfway through the season, which is the highest offensive output they have had since 2021 and the 3rd best average in the league. The arrival of James Harden is one of the main causes of their offense's advancement. Harden was acquired by the Clippers in October, and the player has had incredible success. With a game averaging of almost 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists on 63.8% true shooting, Harden has been extremely effective. Although he doesn't score a lot, he has been a tremendous three-point shooter, an incredible playmaker, and his scoring efficiency is outstanding. A guy like him is a surefire winner when paired with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, who are both enjoying fantastic seasons. With these 3 players on the court, the Clippers have an offensive rating of 124.6 and have played together for over 868 minutes this season. The Clippers have one of the most effective offenses in basketball history when all 3 of their studs are on the court. What do you think of the LA Clippers and their comeback this season? Do you believe they should be the NBA champions this year? Do share your thoughts on this in the comment section. For more interesting stories and updates like these, subscribe to our channel and do not forget to press the bell icon for notifications.